Hey guys, it's Alden again. I just got finished with my cardio, and what I've been doing lately, since I'm doing 30 minutes of AM cardio fasted on the treadmill. There's my beloved treadmill that I use right now. There's all my crap. I've been doing 30 minutes, and because I'm on my feet all day training people, and I'm doing this cardio, and I'm lifting, and I do another session of cardio in the afternoon / evening. It's interval cardio. It's only 20 minutes total. It's 16 minutes of intervals, but it's 20 total for warm up and cool down. I'm trying to take care of my feet a lot more because I'm on them constantly and I'm beating them up. And so what I did is I got some voodoo bands from Rogue Fitness. If anybody's heard of Mobility WOD with Kelly Starrett, it's really good to take care of your body and make sure it's moving properly. And he's all about, and everybody should be about, trunk stabilization, and that's where everything starts, is in your spine and in your trunk, just your core, people call it. It's probably a bad term, but a lot of people call it your core. And one of the main tenets of that is be able to do a full squat with your feet really close together, either touching or just really close together. Be able to squat down and not fall forward, fall backwards, have your knees spray out to the side or anything like that. But getting back to my point about my feet, is what I do is my feet with these voodoo bands, and so it constricts them. And some people be like, why the hell are you constricting your feet? And so what it's doing is it literally squeezes a lot of the blood out of there. It allows blood to move in, or it pushes blood out and allows some blood to move in, but it doesn't allow as much blood to leave, I believe. I'm not certain on that. I need to refresh my memory. But it kind of flushes everything out that's kind of toxins, because your feet, gravity pulls shit down, obviously. And so your feet are going to gain a lot of toxins and stuff. And that's why one of my favorite things to do each week is a Chinese reflexology, or what a lot of people call foot massage, but they take care of your feet. And take care of your feet. And so what I'm doing is I have these on my feet right now, and I'll just squat down as low as I can, nice stable core, and I'll kind of sit in this bottom squat position and kind of just run my feet around, and I'll go to one side, put a lot of weight on there. And what this also does, other than just getting a lot of crap out of your feet and out of your tendons, it kind of it doesn't necessarily lubricate all your tendons, but it gets rid of any kind of like scar tissue, you could say. Kind of like doing a massage, a deep tissue massage or anything like that. Gets rid of a lot of that buildup of tissue. And so it hurts like hell. It should not be comfortable. It's not meant to be comfortable at all, but it's very beneficial. And so when you take them off, it feels really good, because you got a lot of blood flowing in there. It's really nice to be able to just squat down and just get a lot of that crap out of your feet, because I'm on them all day, and it does not feel good, but it's really good for your mobility, keeping your feet healthy, and just trying to walk around a little bit. It's hard to walk because your feet are constricted. So I'm just walking around here, and actually I try to stretch out my calves a little bit by doing this. And that's just to really stretch out that Achilles tendon that gets really, really tight. And I wear shoes that don't have a heel, because we're not meant to have a heel. We're not born with a heel on our foot. And so a lot of people, they get injuries, especially runners, because they have that heel on their shoe, and they heel strike. And you're not supposed to heel strike when you run. You're supposed to do it on the ball of your foot. But what happens is when you always heel strike, and I learned this a lot from Kelly Starrett, trying to learn a lot more about mobility, is that we shorten that Achilles tendon. And so when you are constantly shortening that Achilles tendon, and then you happen to have that one time where it gets a little more stretched than it usually is, but it's actually a natural position, it's going to tear, it's going to rip, it's just going to strain, it's not going to be very good. And so it's always good to I think it's more important to take care of the rest of your body, your feet and your hands, primarily because they're the ones that interact with the world. Our feet connect us to the ground, our hands connect us to everything else around us. Yeah, it's good to take care of your muscles and make sure your joints aren't all gunked up and your muscles don't have all this scar tissue with massages and such. But I think that practice to the world around us, our feet and our hands, and I think it's primarily our feet, are really, really beneficial to keep really healthy. And so I'm just trying to move my feet in these bands, and they're just elastic bands, and they're very, very painful. But I didn't tighten as tightly as I used because I knew I was going to have them on for a little longer today. And I'm just trying to move my feet. See in the mirror there, but I'm just stretching them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to off, and it's pretty easy to pop off. You just unhook it, and then it'll kind of go off on its own. And maybe, let's see, I need to cut my toenails really bad. Ooh, and you see my foot's like completely white where that's at, where the band was. Come on, get off of me. Alright, so, as you can, I don't know if you can tell, but there's from before, if there's any kind of fluid buildup in your legs, it looks really painful. It looks painful, it doesn't hurt at all right now, but it's still really red. But if you can tell that from here to here, there's a difference in the fluid content because I push a lot of that fluid out. And so now there's fluid up in here, but because I'm retaining a lot of water in my lower legs, it's just a consequence of drinking a lot of water right now because I'm trying to lose a bunch of weight or lose all that fat. And so if I can find the band, you just tuck it under there and just pull it out, and it comes on off. But so I'm getting this thing off my foot right now, but it feels like heaven when you take it off, and it feels that like when I put my socks back on and put back my shoes, I'm walking on air. And it just feels really good, and it's really good to keep. I do this a little bit every day. So I do my feet in cardio, and then after my interval cardio in the evening and afternoon, what I do is a lot of I do it for my hips. I'll floss up my hips. I'll put those bands around the top of my thigh, and I'll do some hip movements. I'll put a band around my waist and around my knees, and I'll splay out on the ground with my legs kind of just splayed out like really far in a deep squat position like that. And I'll just work out my hips because I'm using my hips a lot with this cardio, and I want to keep them so they don't get all bound up. And my glute minimus, the top outer portion of my glute, has always been very tight, and so that's one area I'm really working on kind of loosening it up. And I just need to, I don't have enough money to get massages all the time because they're really pretty expensive. And so I'm taking these proactive prehabilitation methods in order to keep myself healthy and moving and functioning properly. But just giving you a quick update, I'm 9.5 weeks out from my contest, feeling great, getting a little tired, but energy is still doing really well. You can see I'm face is a little less puffy than usual, which is good. It's a good sign. Getting a few more wrinkles on my face, which a lot of people wouldn't like, but that means I'm getting a little bit of fat. Feeling great, and I'll talk to you guys later.